Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. Using girls on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug. Long boys blues, 1975.
Welcome to another arcade versus home port. In this video we'll be taking a look at this game, Slap Fight, released in 1986 by Taito, or distributed by Taito I should say, because it's actually developed by Toplan, you know, the people who did Hellfire. It's a vertical scrolling shoot 'em up with a power-up system, somewhat similar you could say to Gradius, where you collect a number of things what the enemies drop, and it gives you the option to select different forms of weapons and things like that. I've never played this. I had seen it in the arcades back in the day, and I have played the Spectrum version because this was ported to the Spectrum Amstrad Commodore Atari ST. But in this video we're going to be comparing it to the Megadrive, which is considered to be the best version of it. But yes, I saw it in the arcades back in the day, and it never really inspired me, but I was aware of its reputation of being incredibly balls hard. It was quite popular in Japan. I'm not sure outside of Japan, because Western magazines apparently kind of slated it. But yeah, basically there's some sort of human colony in the future, and it's been invaded by an evil dictator called Goldie. Seriously? Goldie. Took me ages to find information on this, because every time I typed in slap fight on Wikipedia it would just give me an article on what actually slapping is. Oh well, we live, we learn. So, as far as I can tell, the Mega Drive features an expanded mode, which is one of those, you know, ports where you get a little bang for your buck, which was quite, you know, a thing, or quite popular, or done often, I should say, on the Mega Drive back in the day. Now, this is genuinely the first time I'm playing the arcade game, and will genuinely be the first time I played the Mega Drive version. But as I said, this was recommended to me. If anyone else has games they'd like me to try, knowing of that there's a port, you know, specifically on the home systems like the Mega Drive or SNES, by all means, sink my battleship. So let's put some money in. I don't know what the buttons are. Right, so start. No visuals or intro or stuff like that. I've got fire. Now you can see at the bottom of the screen it's very small. Your power-up system. So I've just powered up speed. This is what I mean, like it's very similar to Gradius or Nemesis. Now, as you can tell, it's one of those games which such was the way with you know, shooters mainly. The screen was taller vertically than it was wide horizontally, and it gives you one speed option, which is kind of handy. The problem with collecting stuff like this, same as Gradius, but more so in this because we got air attack, floor attack, is it makes you really prone to being shot. There we go, look at that. I got stuff out the side of me which does absolutely bugger all to the bullets, which I have to say are tiny. Right, it didn't give me a free power up then. It's these freaking disc things. Ooh. I might just see how far I can get. Wait, the bullets are too fucking small. I know that was a problem. And no continues, of course. Why would there be continues? I know that was a problem on some, or particularly the monochromic port. So I guess the ZX Spectrum back in there. I didn't think it was a problem in the arcade. So I guess that makes the Spectrum port, at least, rather quite accurate. So why does it start me off? I'm gonna yank. There we go. Speed. So speed is what you really look at it. The bullets are too small. And they're pretty much camoed into the background. Whoa. Fuck off. Some sort... I heard this game was hard. I didn't realise it was this friggin' hard. Some sort of turbo would be a nice option. Obviously you didn't get them in arcade games. Because they wanted to make money. They hated you. Or more so, they hated your parents because it was your parents who gave you the money. No, I didn't want that one. I wanted that one. I really cannot see the bullets. This is not an emulation thing or a main thing. This is from what I've heard about it, because I did do a little bit of research, because I couldn't find any information on Wikipedia after it kept putting me to a slapping descriptive term. That's a problem of all versions. Maybe not the home ports. I do not like this game. Fuck off. Now I'm sure there's people out there who are saying, dude, it's a piece of piss. Well, good for you. But yeah, bollocks to this. I do not like this. This is going to be a very, very, very short comparison video, but surely it's in your interest in an arcade game, because even the most ardent player would just say, bollocks to this, I've had enough. I'm going to play Pac-Land or Space Harrier or Outrun or any myriad of games that are far better than this. So isn't it in your... I mean, right, Gradius and R-Type are the rule to the exception because they're so beautifully designed. But, yeah, it's surely in your interest to make a game somewhat forgiving. No, 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 no! I don't see, when there's massive amount of explosions like that, you honestly don't know where the projectiles are. Like there. Yoink! Oh, piss off! Oh, absolutely fuck off. This game is making a mockery of YouTube swearing rules. Hey, I declare them. What can I say? So, is it just these little round things that give us the stars? I've hit speed up twice, haven't I? This could be an issue. And why do I shoot junk and junk doesn't do anything? I'd say this could be an issue. Look at me whizzing around through fucking lasers and shit. I don't know what that did. I like it though. I like it a lot. Still can't see any bullets. Maybe there should be a power-up that turns everyone's bullets into tracer or a flare. Or a big fucking sign with a little arrow pointing down to a projectile that says, I'm a projectile. Now, so, I heard that this was... Why haven't I got speed? I got a star. That this was hard. I didn't realise it was this hard. Why haven't I got speed? There we go. This power-up is completely and utterly tits useless. Why can't you give me something I can bolt on the front of my ship? Like a nuclear warhead. Or a ship from a better game. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, look at me climbing up the table because I managed to get 25 seconds into the game. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. If I played this back in the day, like I said, if I played it back in the day, I think I safely would have played one go, maybe two, and just said, like I said, I can hear Space Harrier calling. To be fair, I wasn't a massive fan when I first discovered the arcades of shoot-em-ups. I mean, R-Type I discovered at Long Beach Safari Park. And that was just because visually it was stunning and just sucked me into this amazing Geiger-esque world. Fuck, you can't fly over them, you have to shoot them. We learn something every day. Such as I don't like this game. Oh, it gave me a free speed. It's the 90s. See what I did there? That wasn't a reference to credits in games. I've got to stop doing that one and getting the big chunky proper 3 laser thing. That's a descriptive term and I'm sticking to it. Yoink! Right, shoot those things, shoot those things, shoot those things. Pretty much you could argue that phrase there is applicable to everything in this game. Right, is that big gonna get stuff on... Oh, no, we're gonna get stuff on the right. No, we're not. I'm not even gonna make it off the game level stage thing. I don't know. It's painful. It's painful. I'm amazed this got put... I mean, everything got a port to the Spectrum Amstrad and Commodore back in the day because arcade licenses made money, but quite frankly, I'm amazed it got ports because I would have just, if I had experience of this in the arcade, said, I don't really want to play this anymore because it's too hard and makes my face hurt on the inside. Oh well, let's have a look at the Sega Megadrive version. It cannot be any harder than this, or if it is truly accurately arcade perfect, well then it is, isn't it? To the Megadrive. So this is Slap Fight MD, basically Slap Fight on the Megadrive. It was released by Tengen, but it was developed by a bunch of people called MNM under some sort of subsidiary contract with Toplan themselves. Now, It's interesting. So this is what, 1988, 1989? I'm not really sure. I never even knew this was a thing back in the day. People speak really highly of it now, though. So yeah, 1993. Holy cow! And it looks like it was actually ported by Toplan themselves. Let's have a look in the options. So you've got game type, normal. Oh, and Slap Fight MD, I guess, which is that screen there. We might have a look at that afterwards. Difficulty we're going with, no, we'll go with normal to get a fair comparison of the player, but we're going to have a couple of lives. Rapid on, I like that. Weapon select is A, B is rapid shoot, C is normal shoot. No. We've got a bunch of options. Does that say? Oh, a bunch of options regarding the music, right. And immediately we can tell that your power-up system is down the right-hand side of the screen. So they keep in the aspect ratio of the arcade game, but obviously because of the resolution of the Mega Drive, it makes more sense to have that down there than it does across the bottom of the screen, which, to be fair, is what the other home ports, such as the Spectrum, Amstrad Commodore, and Atari ST, I don't know if there's a Amiga version. Right, oh look, it's let us know what Slap Fight MD looks like. Looks like it's got the same power-ups. Yeah, anyway, we're going to start. Right. Oh look, I've got rapid fire. So, it looks the part. Your sprites are bigger, which makes sense. So A is, it's got speed. Speed was never the Mega Drive's strong point. Normal appears to be easier than the arcade's normal. I shouldn't have said that out loud. This is bang on, I would dare even say, I mean the resolution's a little different obviously, that this is better looking than the arcade game. Right. Oh, it's getting a bit tits frisky already. Yoink! That's the noise you make when stuff gets tits frisky, kids. Yoink. Can I have a star, please? Can I have a participation award, please? That's what stars are. There we go, look at that! So immediately, oh, it's frisking up, and it still has somewhat the same problem as the arcade, which is the bullets, not as bad, but do kind of blend into the background. But immediately, we're getting farther than we did in the arcade. And words like that mean I automatically suck bullets into my face. It doesn't bump us all the way back as well, unless that's how far I had to get in the arcade. To not, it gave him a free speed up, it took pity on me to not get bumped that far back. These ground baits, yoink! People, alright, it's not that easy. Right. That seems to be far more effective than the arcade. Oh yeah! I'm assuming that destroys me. Yeah, alright, so maybe I should have put it on easy. It's more forgiving than the arcade, but it still punch you in the face. Brutal. I guess it's consistent-ish. It's like the son. It's not quite as hard as his dad, but he can still give you a good slap sandwich. See what I did there? I worked an insult into because it slapped like... Oh, it was funny! That music makes me think boss, and also makes me think I'm about to get shot in the face. Alright, I take it back. This is brutal. It's not as brutal as the arcade, but it's up there. I wish I didn't select 5 lives now. Area 1 of 7. There's 7 areas, 7 specific places it can really ruin your doing. I'm sure I got a shot then. I'm not going to complain that the bullet went right through me. Possibly I should have hit the speed up button before. Wow. Yeah, this is the shortest comparison video ever. This is a really, really good port. Visually, you know, slight colour and resolution differences as you would expect, but this is a really, really good port visually of the arcade. I prefer that the power-up is down the side. It's still friggin' hard though. Right, we'll have one more go on easy, and then obviously it's not comparison at that point. We'll have a look at Slap Fight MD. I do like that, as I said at the start of this video. Mega Drive games did that a lot with extra modes and stuff like that. Sega kind of led the way, didn't they? A lot of stuff with that. Right, we'll go with 3. Difficulty, easy. Is it actually easy though? Only one way to find out. Let's have a slap fight. Right, well, my speed up there already. Oh, yeah. So is that what easy does? It gives you a free speed up. I see, to some degree, I don't want to go too fast. Do I want a side weapon? Speed does help, but ultimately it's so bullet storm-tastic that you're going to die anyway. Whatever that was. You're like, do you know what? Easy or not, I'd still say this is probably above other shooters on this when it comes to difficulty. And also, I'm going a bit too fast. Let's slow things down. Maybe have dinner first before you brutalise me like this. Maybe just a piece of pumpkin pie. No. Alright, I take it back. I can't see anything. The bullets issue is still a problem. But yeah, this side, yeah, it's still difficult to see the bullets, but this side laser gun thingy doohickey, whatever the balls it is, yeah, it's actually quite useful. Is that a boss? Or is it just speeding up the music to let you know it's balls hard? I can fly over that. That's useful to know. Also, when I lasered up, it's like it... I can't even see my own weapons, let alone theirs. Fuck. When I lasered up, it's like it took my speed off. I guess that makes sense, because it's bolted a bunch of shit on the side of me. Back to being slow. Yoink. Do you know what? I would say this, though. I prefer this over the arcade. It's still fucking hard. And I probably would have been, you know, well, I would have persevered when I was a kid. That's what we did. We only had one game, but yeah. I prefer it to the arcade, but it's a very good port, but that's not necessarily high praise indeed for a game that's this friggin' hard. Oh my freaking ears! Points for the quote. Yeah, why can't you make your projectiles bigger and a bit more flashy? I don't mean flashy as in they're all pimped up and shit like that, but they physically flash on and off. Or dump in a bit of attribute clash, like the Specky. That would have helped. So yeah, anyway, rounding up to this. Arcade game is balls hard. This is an extremely good port, slightly more forgiving. Ever so slightly more forgiving. But that's like saying being punched in the face by a man with small hands doesn't hurt as much as being punched in the face by a man with big hands. Yeah, I went there. Go that for an analogy. There we go. Special. Or MD. So, is it all new level? Oh, we're in space. And it's giving me power-ups. And we're in space. And there's a complete lack of attribute. Complete lack of parallax. But kudos, I'm having a whole new game. I was just going to say, are there any bad guys? Or is it doing that, you know... Oh, I was going to say, giving you a chance to power up somewhat. Yeah, so I mean, at least you get a bonus game. Is bonus game the right descriptive term? A free game? I don't know. This is 1990. Is that what it said? 1994. Then how much would it cost? Surely not much. Does it keep my difficult? Even though I've selected a different game mode, does it keep the same difficulty that I've selected, as in it's on easy? It's like a poor man's Gunhead. This, I will say, not the main game. The main game wishes it was anywhere near as good as Gunhead. But this, yeah, because you're in space and stuff. Poor man's Gunhead. I did that. Oh, and I lose. Yeah, you lose your speed when shit bolts on. Oh, but I'm still alive. I just lost my shit that got bolted on. Well, this is the most forgiving mode of all of them. I guess maybe that was to say, hey, you bought this because you like the arcade, but we took pity on you. At least you can have a game mode where you get somewhat far into the game. But anyway, let's round up. This is a nice little bonus. It seems to be far more forgiving than, you know, the other game. But as it for the not that much more forgiving. As for the other game, though, it's a very competent rendition of the arcade machine. Suffers from the same problem, which is you can't see the bullets, and while ever so slightly more forgiving, it's still fucking balls horrifically hard. Anyway, because of course, and slow down. As always, I'd love to know what you're thinking, particularly if you had this back in the day, or you just played it in the arcade. Or if you played it in the arcade, what did you think when you finally got your hands on the Megadrive version? Or did you play any of the other ports at home? God, this game is hard and it kicked my ass. I'll openly admit that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.